Hello, I'm Ian, and you're watching Lake Stockwell News. This week, you'll get to hear about boating, archery, nature, and arts and crafts.
Limited amount of kayak paddles, so how many people want to go single kayak? Alright, that's a lot.
You go fishing in the same place you go boating. And you have one boat.
Bowden Owen sat down with Devin from Explorers One to answer a few questions about his program.
Today I'm here with Bowden Owen, and I'm going to ask him a few questions. The first question, are the kids safe during boating?
Yes, the kids are always safe during boating. They have to wear personal flotation devices at all times that we help them put on. The older kids and younger kids both have specific PFDs. And out on the water, me and the boating lifeguard are always there to make sure, like, if any boats flip over, we help them flip back over and get into the boat. Or if they're hurt, we can bring them back in.
Okay, so the second question is, what is the most important rule during boating and why?
The most important rule? It's probably splashing with, like, the paddles, because, or without your hands and not the paddles, because if you're splashing with the paddles, you can really easily, like, hit somebody else in your boat. And it's really dangerous, and a lot of counselors have radios on them. So if you want to splash somebody, you have to ask them first, and then you can only splash with their hand.
Okay, so the third question is, what are your expectations for the kids?
Expectations for the kids? I like when they go out in the water, because sitting here just isn't a lot of fun. And if you're out in the water, you can be doing the activity, and if you're out there, just have fun in your boat and don't flip it over. That's about it.
Okay, so the fourth question is, how does boating help kids in the future?
In the future, well, they know how to boat, and if they ever want to do that, like on like a lake at home, or if they ever like go on a canoe or do like ocean kayaking, they know how to row and make sure that they can like flip themselves back over if they fall over, or just stay steady in the boat.
So the fifth question is, do the kids enjoy boating?
The kids that do go out enjoy boating. They enjoy boating a lot. I have a lot of kids for choice usually, and people that do go out love it. But the kids that like don't like being out in the water tend to not like boating as much.
You can go ahead and step up to the shooting line. So put one foot on each side of the line. There you go, buddy. Now you can pick up your bow and make sure the flat part of the hand.
Hold it. Not even easy for
Chase is one of the most enthusiastic persons at camp. Morgan from Explorers One got the opportunity to ask him a few questions.
What is the most important rule to remember about
Just to pay attention, probably. As long as you're paying attention to what I'm saying, even if you forget something, I can help you out and tell you what to do. But as long as you're paying attention.
What do you think this program helps campers?
It helps them learn to try new things, but sometimes they'll say, "Oh, I'm scared of archery. Oh, it's too pointy for me. I don't want to do it." But then once they get up and they do it, they realize it's not so difficult. Help them try and have new things.
Do you think archery is a helpful skill for campers to learn?
Yeah, maybe not archery as what it is, but the lessons that you learn in archery, I think, help more for people.
What is your favorite thing about archery?
Just that it's not something that kids usually get to do. Like when you're at the lake, you go swimming, but kids maybe swim all the time. It's something they love doing. But archery is not something that a lot of kids get to do besides when they're at camp.
How did you come up with the rules for archery?
I had a lot of help from Reed, who was the archery director in the family, who helped me out, and we kind of came to them together with the rules that I would do.
This is the trading post where you get all your Lake Stockwell merchandise. You can also grab a snack if you're hungry. The trading post also has Gaga and Carpet Ball if you just want to play some games. Come on down to the trading post to get all your YMCA needs.
What are we talking about? Theater? Yeah. Guess who I'm playing this summer? And then
Evan from Arts and Crafts is excited to help campers get their creative juices flowing for the summer. Emma from Explorers One got the chance to ask him a few questions about his program.
Hi, my name is Emma. I'm here with Evan, who runs Arts and Crafts, and I have some questions about what are campers making us?
Everything that we make in Arts and Crafts is different per week. It has to do with the theme. So, for instance, Decades Week, we are making flower crowns. We're making hippie headbands. We're going to make fortune tellers. Another week, we're going to make dream catchers. Yeah, we're doing a lot of fun things. Yeah.
What can the campers learn from Arts and Crafts?
Arts and Crafts, the main thing that I want them to learn is just to express yourself and do whatever you want. So we have our suggested projects, but if you want to break off of that, you can. So you can do really kind of whatever you want, as long as you keep your creative juices flowing.
Great. Do you think you can Arts and Crafts?
I do, for the most part. I have a lot of kids that have a really good energy here, and I think it's a good time to calm down. I think it's a good time to relax, but also to keep our brains flowing.
And the last question is, how do you come up with the projects that campers are?
Well, I'm not taking all the credit at all. I'm taking very little of the credit. It's me, my friend Carly, and my friend Corinne. We all had to think of stuff, and we sat down during staff training one day after camp, and we went through our lists. We did, we went on Pinterest, we did all these fun things, and we came up with a list of things that we could do for upper camp. Yeah.
And somebody came up to me and they were like, "Nature Steve, what is this?" And I researched real quick, and then it looked like a bug, right? So if you look at a ladybug.
Nature Steve is a crowd favorite at Lake Stockwell Day Camp. Ian from Explorers One got to ask him a few questions about his love for nature.
I'm Ian, and I'm here with Nature Steve. I got the chance to interview him about why he loves nature so much and how he teaches it to campers at Lake Stockwell. So Nature Steve, your first question is, what got you into nature?
Well, my father was an earth space science teacher for 34 years, and he helped me and the rest of my family develop a love for the earth and the stars and the planets and all. When we would go on vacation, we would usually go to places like national parks, like the Grand Canyon, and we would be in the Grand Canyon looking around, and he would teach us a science lesson right there, and it was a perfect example of erosion. The entire Grand Canyon was caused by erosion from the tiny little river that's way down at the bottom. And literally everywhere we would go, he would teach us a science lesson, and he made it real because we saw it right in front of our face. And I always thought that was a cool thing.
That's cool. Your second question is, what do you want to teach kids about nature?
I hope to help kids develop a love of nature so that they don't destroy it, and they help to keep it clean and keep nature as healthy as possible for as long as possible. One of the things I teach is leave no trace. I basically tell the kids, take only pictures, leave only footprints. When you see trash, pick it up, leave the trees and bushes alone. They help us breathe. We help them stay alive. And if they develop an attitude of caring for nature, then hopefully they'll pass that on to their kids and their kids and their kids, and hopefully this earth can stay around for a little bit longer.
Cool. So your third question is, what's your favorite thing about nature?
Wow. I love so many things about nature. I think my favorite thing is being in nature. I guess one of my favorite things that's pretty close to the top of the list would be on a cool, crisp fall day. I go outside in my jeans and my flannel shirt, my cowboy boots, and I take a nice deep breath of cool, fresh air. Nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth, and I just stand there for a while and keep doing it, and it's very calming, and it just, I don't know, it makes me feel full of life, full of energy. It's just all good things.
Nice. So your fourth question is, why Lake Stockwell out of all the camps in New Jersey?
Well, I guess I actually worked at a camp before this for 1 year, and it was fairly far away for me to drive. It was about 45 minutes drive away. And my daughter got to go there for free because I worked there. And then I interviewed here. The first reason was because it was closer. It's only about 20 minutes away from my home in Mount Laurel. So that was the first reason. I still remember the very first time I came to this camp to interview with Marianne Birchler, who was the director at the time. The very first time I drove in through the road, there was snow all over the place. I drove down the road and I felt myself with a feeling of awe that there was so much nature around in this camp. It was such a big camp, and then when I came across and saw the lake, I mean, it was almost like I was falling in love with the camp as I was driving in.
Thank you for watching. I'm Ian, and from everyone at Lake Stockwell, have a great weekend.